Hello everyone, welcome you all. So I already started the second lesson of your ICSE syllabus, class 10th. So this is the part second of growth of nationalism lesson. So in this video, I'm going to explain about socio-religious reform movements and Rajaram Mohan Roy. So most commonly, this Rajaram Mohan Roy, one of the very important topic they may ask in the part of picture study and also structure question. That's why you should focus on this religious reform movement, means how that religious reform movement very important factor to the growth of nationalism, like that, right? Come to the part of first one. Yes, socio-religious reform movement. So, socio-religious reform movement. What about the concept of the socio-religious reform movement? See, these movements aim to remove social evils and reform the Indian society, right? So, what about the socio-religious reform movement means? This has aimed to remove the social evils in Indian society. So social evils means most commonly we can discuss about that. So we can think about that a lot of different blind practices existed in the part of Indian society, right? Yes, very good example. Sati system, child marriage and all. So only orthodox beliefs and also these all kind, even that practice of parda system, so these all we are calling it as social evils. That's why this socio religious movement aim to remove these kind of the blind belief or social evils of Indian society. So like the same, it decided to reform the Indian society. So reform the Indian society means it decided to bring some of the changes in the part of Indian society. So which were the measures taken by the reformers to bring changes in the part of Indian society? See, these social reformers promoted education, equality and rational thinking. See, simply that some of the educated Indians, they started to reform the Indian society means it will not possible to make complete changes in the part of Indian society, right? That's why they started to promote the education, western education, modern education and all. And also they started to talk about the equality in Indian society, means higher caste, lower caste, so discriminations and all, it should not be practiced in the part of Indian society. Rational thinking, we should think beyond the part of this orthodox and the blind belief. That's why they started to promote these all concepts. And also they opposed practices like sati, child marriage and caste discrimination. Now only I told you, these all only we called it as social evils, right? So sati system means practice of that after the death of husband, she also should the wife also should sacrifice her life with the husband itself. So this system we called it as sati system. So child marriage, very less age of the children they are going to marry for some other. So this kind of that. I mean the caste discrimination, higher caste, lower caste, so these all concept, right? So they oppose that. Social reformers oppose these all the practices in Indian society. So these reforms help the Indian society to develop the self-confidence and national unity. So what about the role of the social reforms in the growth of nationalism means it helped to develop the self-confidence. So we are coming out from the blind belief, out from the very orthodox belief that is harmful to the society, that will not allow to develop the Indian society, no. So by removing that all the practices, it helped to build the confidence, self confidence among the people, and also it helped to develop the national unity. So in the social reforms in India, very important role played by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So Raja Ram Mohan Roy, in your board examination also, this is one of the very important topic. Again I am telling you, don't neglect it, okay? Picture based study, majorly they are going to focus it to ask picture based study about Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So introduction I mentioned here. So Raja Ram Mohan Roy is known as the father of modern India. See, for your MCQ main, this is very important. So what is the title? What he known as? Raja Ram Mohan Rai, known as he called as father of modern India. So he was born in Bengal in 1772. See, this is not very important, but father of modern India, who called as father of modern India, like that they are going to ask the question for you. Okay, yes. So he believed in modern education, social reforms, and also freedom of thought. So he believed in the part of modern education system. So other than to stick on for the traditional education, so traditional education will not promote or develop the Indian society. That's why to develop the Indian society, to bring some of the changes in the part of Indian society, which is very important, modern education is very important. So he believed in the part of these kind of thought. Even the social reform also, he believed in the part of opposing these kind of the social evils or blind belief. So he founded the Brahma Sabha. See, this also very important. You should focus on that because it has later renamed it as Brahma Samaj. They may ask it, who was the founder of Brahma Samaj? Clear? So Rajaram Mohan Roy. So next one, come to the part of that social reforms of Rajaram Mohan Roy, right? He strongly opposed the practice of sati system. So sati system was one of the very strongly believing social levels in Indian society on that time. Means they were not allowing that widow to live properly in the Indian society. That's why he strongly opposed the practice of sati system, and he supported the widow remarriage. So widow can remarry, so that right must be provided to the widows in the Indian traditional society. So that he said about that widows remarriage and also opposing the sati system. Due to his efforts, Lord William Bentinck banned the sati system. Say this year and this name, Lord William Bentinck and sati system banned in 1829. See, who declared that sati system as illegal practice in Indian society, right? So that's declared by Lord William Bentinck. So this also very important for your MCQ main question. So focus on it and note it in your key point notes. Don't neglect it, okay? Yes. So next one, he promoted women education and opposed the child marriage. So child marriage also one of the social level we discussed, right? So he opposed the child marriage, means in the part of that, in the age of younger age, they must get the education. So these concept promoted by Rajaram Mohan Rai. Even the women's education also, see here in the Orthodox Indian society, especially in the part of the traditional method of education, only boys are getting education. Girls and women were restricted inside of the house itself. That's why he promoted the women education, means equality, gender equality. How that the boys and male are getting education in Indian society, like the same women also must get the education equally. So next one, he criticized caste discrimination and social inequality. So caste discrimination most commonly, right? Caste discrimination means higher caste, lower caste dominating over the lower caste and all. So slavery kind of the practices existed in Indian society. So everything he criticized openly in Indian society. So next one, his approach to religion. So what about the concept of religion or religious belief? So one kind of the religious belief or practicing in Indian society. So what about the approach he has given? He has given to the society, Indians on that time, like it say, Rajaram Mohan Rai believed in monotheism. This is also very important. So monotheism means worship of single god, one god worship. So that we called it as monotheism. So most commonly in some of the religion, they are worshipping more than two gods and a lot of different gods, goddesses they are worshipping, right? So other than worshipping more number of gods or goddesses, we should believe in single god. So this concept introduced by Raja Ram Mohan Rai called it as monotheism. He opposed idol worship method. So idol worshipping method means worshipping God in some forms, right? So in the form of that different statues and all different figures of God or goddesses. So this worshipping method we are calling it as idol worshipping. So he opposed the concept of idol worshipping also, means God is not having any kind of the form and all. So God is totally formless. So this concept has given by Rajaram Mohan Rai. So he believed in all religions teach moral values and humanity. So he believed in not only the single religions and all single religion beliefs and all single religious beliefs and values here. He believed in the part of that all different religions. So it also represents the equality. He promoted equality among the people. So next one, promoted religious tolerance and rational thinking. So religious tolerance, brotherhood, so unity among different religion and all, other than the crisis between one religion to another religion. And also he influenced by Upanishads and modern Western ideas and all. See, he influenced by Upanishad means he has given the part of that, given one of the preference to the Vedic literature. So Upanishads and all different Vedas and all. So these all were literature work of Vedic age, right? So he has given preference to the learning of Upanishads and all because he want to follow the rituals, follow the concept mentioned in the part of the Vedic age. So next one, pioneer of Indian journalism. So his contribution more in the part of journalism also, Indian journalism also. See, he used newspapers to spread the awareness. So lot of different newspapers, magazines and all utilized to spread the awareness among these all the concepts. So spread of the nationalism, to oppose the social levels and all. Totally he utilized the newspaper and magazines. He started lot of different journals and magazines. So in that Samvada Kaumudi is one of very important journal, Mirat ul Akbar also. So you should remember these two journals published by Rajaram Mohan Rai. So one is Samvada Kaumudi and another one is Mirat ul Akbar. So through journalism, he spread the ideas of reform and nationalism. So how he utilized the journalism means he started to spread the ideas of social reform and also nationalism. So why nationalism is very important in Indian society. So these all concepts spread by the journalism. He supported freedom of the press and freedom of expression. So at present, correct, so right to freedom we are calling. So freedom of press means we are free to publish anything openly or publicly, like that, to the public. Means it should reach to many different people of Indian society. So freedom of press and freedom of expression. So what we are feeling, if that is positive to the Indian society, we can express it freely. So that concept also supported by Rajaram Mohan Rai. So next one, political reforms of Rajaram Mohan. See, he has contributed to the development of journalism, contributed to the social reforms and all, and also promoted the modern education, even the political reform also done by the Rajaram Mohan Rai here. See, what about the political reform means? He demanded equality before law for Indians. So before law means this is regarding to the British rules and regulation, British law and all. He demanded equality. So how that the Britishers are enjoying superpositions and all, like the same how they were considering themselves as one of the superior in Indian society, like the same they should provide equality to Indians also. He demanded these kind of the concept here. So next one, he supported freedom of speech and press. Already I explained that, that's why I'm ignoring this now. So next one, he wanted Indians to get modern education. So promotion of modern education. Modern education is one of the weapon to get rid from the social levels and all, and to growth of the nationalism. That's why he promoted modern education. And also he appealed to the British government for administrative reforms. So administrative reforms means nothing, ruling of the system. So make changes in the part of the administrative issues and also this also appeal to the British government to reform that. So which kind of the administrative changes means, say in the part of that British administrative system, they must reserve some seats to the Indians and all. They should adopt some of the rules and regulation which were favor to the part of Indian. So this kind of the appeal has been given to British government by Rajaram Mohan Roy. So contribution to the growth of nationalism. So how he contributed to growth of nationalism here? Rajaram Mohan Roy awakened national conscious among the Indians. So national conscious is very important here to the development of the nationalism or patriotism. That's why his effort is very important to awaken the national conscious among Indians, and also he encouraged social unity and modern thinking. So unity is very important. With unity, modern thinking also very important and playing most important role to development of the nationalism concept. So his reform laid the foundation of the Indian national movement. So these all the reform done by Rajaram Mohan Roy. It has become one of the base or foundation to Indian national movement later. So he inspired educated Indians to fight against the injustice and inequality. Say on that time some were getting education, western education, modern education and all. So he started to motivate that all educated Indians to fight against injustice, law of Britishers and inequality among the Indians and the Britishers here. So I hope what I explained about socio-religious reform, especially we discussed about Rajaram Mohan Roy, clearly understood for you, and explaining style of me also getting to you very easily. I hope that. So please, I request all you all to subscribe, like, share and comment my channel and support me. Thank you all. Thank you for watching videos.